The Lord of the Rings series captivated millions with its epic tale of adventure, friendship, and heroism, but what has happened to the legendary cast after over 2 decades? From the iconic Frodo Baggins to the wise Gandalf, the actors who brought J.R.R. Tolkien's world to life have experienced remarkable journeys of their own. Join us as we revisit the stars of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, discovering what they've been up to since the films wrapped, and what surprises 2024 has in store for them. Don't miss this nostalgic look at the cast's incredible careers and personal lives after 21 years. Shaun Aston, born on February 25, 1971, brought to life one of the most beloved characters in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001-2003, playing Samwise Gamgee. The loyal hobbit's unwavering friendship and bravery made Shaun a hero in the eyes of fans around the world. But Shaun's journey wasn't without personal struggles. Raised by actress Patty Duke and actor John Aston, he grew up in the spotlight, but that did not spare him from challenges. His family life, while full of love, also came with its own complications, including the pressure of being in the public eye from a young age. In his early years, he wrestled with self-identity, and later, he faced personal difficulties related to balancing family life with his acting career. Shaun married Christine Harrell in 1992, and together they have 3 daughters, Isabella, Ella, and Alexandra. While the Aston family shares a close bond, Shaun's emotional battles, including dealing with anxiety and occasional moments of self-doubt, marked his journey as an actor and father. Now 53 years old, Shaun continues to be a dedicated father and active in Hollywood, a place where his passion for acting and his love for storytelling remain undiminished. Sean Bean was born on April 17, 1959, in Sheffield, England. He played Boromir, a noble and valiant warrior of Gondor, in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001-2003. He attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, and honed his craft in the theatre before transitioning to film. Bean's career took off with his role in Sharp, but it was his portrayal of Boromir that solidified his place as a beloved figure in the fantasy genre. Despite the fame, Bean's personal life has been tumultuous. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he has since been married several times, facing challenges with each relationship. His struggles with balancing his intense professional life and personal affairs became more public, especially after his high-profile divorces. He has 3 children, 1 from each marriage. In recent years, he's expressed regret over some of his past choices, including the toll his career took on his relationships. Now 65, Bean remains a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, with a steady career in television, including roles in Game of Thrones and Snowpiercer, while continuing to navigate personal challenges with maturity and introspection. Alan Howard, born on August 5, 1937, in Croydon, Surrey, England, is best remembered for voicing the One Ring in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001-2003. His powerful and haunting voice added a menacing aura to the ring, encapsulating its dark influence over the characters. Howard had a distinguished career in theatre and television, known for his work with the Royal Shakespeare Company. However, his personal life was far less public. He never married, and there are few details about his relationships or family. Despite a successful career, Alan faced personal challenges, including a deep sense of isolation. His quiet demeanor in real life contrasted with his commanding performances. Tragically, his life came to an end on February 14, 2015, at the age of 77, due to pneumonia. His passing left a void in the acting world, and his portrayal of the One Ring remains a chilling, unforgettable part of his legacy. Salah Baker was born on September 22, 1976. He portrayed the Dark Lord Sauron, as well as various goblins and Uruk-hai, in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001-2003. Before his role in The Lord of the Rings, he worked as a stuntman on various films. His breakthrough came when he was cast as Sauron, despite his limited screen time, making a lasting impression with his physical portrayal. His career also includes roles in King Kong, 2005, and The Hobbit trilogy. However, Baker's life hasn't been without challenges. He struggled with the pressures of typecasting in villainous roles, and his personal life has been marked by periods of solitude. In his early 30s, he faced financial difficulties and a lack of consistent work, leading to doubts about his future in the industry. His romantic life has been private, though reports suggest he had a few relationships. As of now, at 48, he is still active in film, balancing his work as an actor with his passion for stunt coordination, while continuing to be involved in fan conventions and keeping a low profile about his personal affairs. Billy Boyd was born on August 28, 1968, in Glasgow, Scotland. He brought to life the cheerful and adventurous Hobbit Peregrine, Pippin, took in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001 to 2003. His break came when he was cast as Pippin, a role that highlighted his natural comedic timing and emotional depth, which resonated with fans across the world. However, life after The Lord of the Rings brought mixed fortunes. Boyd enjoyed success in his acting career but also faced periods of uncertainty. A major personal tragedy struck in 2010 when his mother passed away, a loss that deeply affected him. At the same time, he struggled with the shadow of Pippin, often finding it difficult to land roles outside of the fantasy genre. Boyd married his long-term partner Ollie in 2010, and they have one child, a son named Jack. Their relationship has been a source of stability in his life. Today, Boyd, 56, balances his acting career with his passion for music, performing in his band Beefcake and continuing to attend Lord of the Rings fan events. Noel Appleby, born on April 5, 1933, in New Zealand, portrayed the memorable Everard Proudfoot in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001 to 2003. Proudfoot, though a minor character, left an impression with his gruff, no-nonsense approach to dealing with the hobbits. Appleby had a long career in theater and film, but his personal life was filled with struggles. While he remained somewhat private, it is known that Noel had difficulty finding lasting happiness in his personal relationships. Despite some early successes, including a strong stage career, he never married or had children. His later years were overshadowed by a battle with cancer, which eventually claimed his life on May 17, 2007, at the age of 74. His death was a somber moment for those who admired his work, and his contribution to the Lord of the Rings series, though small, was significant in its charm and humor. Martin Chokas was born on June 30, 1966, in Invercargill, New Zealand. He portrayed Celeborn, the wise and noble elven Lord of Lothlorien, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001 to 2003. Growing up in New Zealand, Chokas was drawn to acting from an early age, but his path to success wasn't without hardship. His personal life was marked by a difficult marriage, which ended in divorce, leaving him emotionally strained. His later career flourished with notable roles in The Bourne Supremacy and Kingdom of Heaven, but the loss of a close friend to illness hit him hard. Despite his inner battles, Chokas continued to build a steady career, balancing his public success with personal grief. At 58, Chokas remains an active force in the industry, although he leads a rather private life, away from the media spotlight, focusing on his craft and keeping his emotional scars hidden. Orlando Bloom was born on January 13, 1977, in Canterbury, Kent, England. He played Legolas, the skilled and agile elven archer, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001 to 2003. Bloom's early years were filled with emotional challenges, as he grew up without a relationship with his biological father. His career took off with the Lord of the Rings, but his personal life soon became as public as his acting. His marriage to model Miranda Kerr brought both love and media scrutiny, and their divorce in 2013 was a difficult moment in his life. Despite their split, Bloom and Kerr have maintained a friendly relationship for the sake of their son, Flynn. The loss of his beloved dog in 2019 also deeply affected him. Today, at 47, Bloom remains a major figure in film, working on projects both in Hollywood and abroad. He has focused on being a hands-on father, while continuing his acting career and environmental work. John Bach, born on June 5, 1946, played the loyal Captain Madril in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Known for his strength and unwavering loyalty to Faramir and Gondor, Bach's character is remembered for his bravery in the face of war. Outside of his iconic role, John had a distinguished career in British television and stage, but like many actors, his personal life was filled with unexpected challenges. Growing up in Wales, he faced a difficult childhood, marked by economic hardship and the loss of his father at a young age. This shaped his resilience throughout his life. John married fellow actress and longtime partner, and together they raised 2 children. Their family life, however, was not free of struggles, and like many, they faced periods of tension and uncertainty. Despite these hardships, John found solace in his work, and his family remained a constant support throughout his career. Now 78 years old, John Bach continues to act, albeit in smaller roles, and has remained involved in the industry. Viggo Mortenson was born on October 20, 1958, in Watertown, New York, USA. He played Aragorn, the brave and noble ranger who becomes the King of Gondor, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Mortenson's childhood was filled with challenges as his family moved frequently due to his father's job, leaving him with a deep sense of isolation. His marriage to Exene Cervenka was marked by both passion and turbulence, and the couple's eventual divorce was a painful chapter for Mortenson. However, their son, Henry, born in 1988, has been a constant source of joy and inspiration for him. Beyond acting, Mortenson found solace in poetry, music, and painting, which helped him navigate through his personal struggles. At 66, Mortenson has continued to expand his artistic horizons while remaining committed to environmental causes. Although he's faced hardship in his romantic life, he remains a devoted father and a respected figure in the arts. Cate Blanchett, born on May 14, 1969, is best known for her portrayal of Galadriel, the ethereal elven queen of Lothlorien, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Blanchett's performance captured the essence of Galadriel, powerful, serene, and timeless, earning her widespread acclaim. Her career skyrocketed after The Lord of the Rings, and she has since become one of the most respected actresses of her generation. However, Cate's life has not been free from struggle. Raised in a working-class family, Cate faced numerous challenges early on, including the untimely death of her father when she was only 10. Despite these hardships, she excelled in school and pursued acting, eventually gaining recognition for her work. In her personal life, Cate has been married to playwright Andrew Upton since 1997, and together they have 4 children. Their marriage, though filled with love, has faced the pressures of balancing 2 high-profile careers. Cate's intense work schedule and Upton's theater commitments sometimes put a strain on their relationship, but they have remained a strong and supportive couple. Now 55, Cate continues to be a major force in cinema, with a wealth of critically acclaimed performances. Brad Dourif was born on March 18, 1950, in Huntington, West Virginia, USA. He played Grima Wormtongue, the manipulative advisor to King Theoden, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Dourif's path to acting was unconventional. He found his passion for theater during his youth and later studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. His breakthrough role came in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, where his portrayal of Billy Bibbit earned him an Academy Award nomination. His iconic role as Wormtongue was just one of many where he portrayed complex and dark characters. In his personal life, Dourif has faced several struggles, including the death of his daughter in a tragic car accident in 2004, a loss that left him deeply affected. Dourif also dealt with a brief and challenging marriage that ended in divorce. He is a father to 2 daughters, one of whom has followed in his footsteps into the acting world. Now 74, Dourif continues to act in film and television, working on both new and cult classics while living a quieter life away from the spotlight. Bruce Allpress, born on August 25, 1930, is remembered for his portrayal of Alder, an archer from Rohan, in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, 2002. Alder's unintentional shot that triggers the Battle of Helm's Deep left a memorable mark on the epic story. Bruce had a prolific career in theatre and television, especially in New Zealand, where he became a beloved figure. Despite his success on screen, Bruce's life was marked by profound challenges. After years of enjoying the spotlight, his health began to deteriorate, and he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. This debilitating disease affected his physical abilities but did not dampen his spirits. He was married for many years, but the strain of his illness put immense pressure on his relationship. Bruce's wife, who had been his partner through much of his career, stood by him during his battle with ALS, although their relationship, like many, experienced some hardship under the weight of the disease. Bruce Allpress passed away on April 23, 2020, at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances but also a story marked by personal adversity. Callum Guinness was born on July 16, 1986, in Auckland, New Zealand. He portrayed Holoth, a young boy of Rohan, in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, 2002. Guinness began his acting career as a child, quickly gaining recognition for his natural talent. His role in The Two Towers helped to solidify his place in the New Zealand film industry. However, after the success of the trilogy, Guinness faced challenges in finding roles that matched the impact of his early fame. His personal life also had its share of struggles, including a period of self-doubt and isolation. He has been open about his battle with mental health, particularly after a close friend's sudden passing, which left him devastated. Guinness has since focused on his career and personal growth, maintaining a low public profile. He married his longtime partner in 2017, and they have one child, a son named Liam. Now 38, Guinness continues to work in film and television, while also pursuing other creative ventures, including writing and directing. Despite past challenges, he remains focused on building a balanced and fulfilling life. Jed Brody was born on October 29, 1963, in Taihape, New Zealand. He portrayed Sharku, the Warg Rider, and Snaga, an orc, in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Brody's journey to stardom began in New Zealand's theatre scene, where he trained and honed his craft before moving into film and television. His versatility made him a sought-after actor for roles that required physicality and depth, as seen in his portrayal of menacing characters. Despite his success, Brody faced personal struggles. He dealt with financial difficulties early in his career and, in the 1990s, went through a difficult period of unemployment. His personal life also suffered as he struggled to find balance between his career and family life. Brody has been married, but the relationship ended in a separation, and he is now raising his children as a single parent. At 61, he continues to act and work as a stuntman, while maintaining a low profile in his private life, focusing on his work in the entertainment industry. Bruce Hopkins was born on November 25, 1955, in Invercargill, New Zealand. He portrayed Gimli, a loyal and valiant soldier in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Gimli's unwavering commitment to King Theoden and Rohan made him a memorable supporting character. Hopkins had been involved in acting for many years before landing this role, with a solid career in New Zealand theatre and television. Despite his success, Hopkins faced personal tragedies, including the death of his father when he was still young, which shaped his view on life and family. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he has spoken about the emotional toll it took on him. However, he found healing in his work, particularly in the Lord of the Rings films, where his character's loyalty and bravery mirrored his own personal resilience. Hopkins continued to act in both television and film, staying active in the industry as he matured. At 68, he remains a fixture in New Zealand's entertainment scene, balancing his career with a more private life. Ollie Aston, born on November 27, 1996, played Eleanor Gamgee, Samwise Gamgee's daughter, in The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. Ollie's role was brief but significant, adding a touching family connection to the film, as she is the real-life daughter of Shaun Aston, who portrayed Samwise. Her childhood was filled with the influence of her father's success, yet she also witnessed the difficulties that came with fame. Her parents, Shaun Aston and Christine Harrell, have had a supportive and enduring relationship, providing Ollie with a stable foundation despite the challenges that often accompany public life. However, her path has not been without struggles. As a young adult, she faced the challenges of stepping out from under the shadow of her famous father, a situation complicated further by the pressures of living up to a legacy. Professionally, Ollie has chosen to carve her own path, pursuing both acting and music. Over the years, she has also dealt with the weight of public expectations, especially after her father's iconic role in The Lord of the Rings. Now 27 years old, Ollie is still finding her place in the entertainment industry, with a growing presence in acting and a passion for music. Bernard Hill was born on December 17, 1944, in Blackley, Manchester, England. He is best known for his portrayal of King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003, where he brought to life the character's transformation from a broken, manipulated king into a courageous leader who fights for the freedom of his people. Hill's career was well established before he took on this iconic role, with notable performances in films like Titanic, 1997, and The Field, 1990. Despite his professional success, Hill's personal life was marked by hardship. He lost his younger brother at an early age, which deeply affected him. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he later experienced the challenges of balancing a demanding career with his personal life. However, he found a second chance at happiness in a later relationship. Hill continued to work steadily in television and film, earning respect for his dramatic range. At the time of his death on May 5, 2024, at the age of 79, Hill had lived a full life, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances. Ian Holm was born on September 12, 1931, in Goodmayes, Essex, England. He portrayed Bilbo Baggins in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. Holm's career spanned several decades, starting with his training at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art and eventually leading to his role as one of Britain's most distinguished actors. While his portrayal of Bilbo won the hearts of millions, his personal life was marked by sorrow. Holmes suffered the heartbreak of several failed marriages, his most painful being the loss of his second wife, who passed away unexpectedly, leaving him to raise their two children alone. Despite his personal tragedies, Holmes' professional career never wavered, and he continued to act in both film and theater until his death. In his later years, Holm battled Parkinson's disease, which ultimately claimed his life on June 19, 2020, at the age of 88, but his legacy lives on through his memorable performances. Ian McKellen was born on May 25, 1939. He famously portrayed the wise and powerful wizard Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. McKellen's portrayal of Gandalf, with his commanding voice and deep wisdom, made the character one of the most iconic figures in fantasy cinema. McKellen's career has spanned over 6 decades, and he has become a beloved figure in both theater and film, also known for his role as Magneto in the X-Men series. McKellen's early life was marked by tragedy, as his father passed away when he was just 12, and his mother struggled with mental health issues. Despite these challenges, he found his passion for acting at a young age. He never married, although he has been in long-term relationships. McKellen is openly gay and has been a strong advocate for LGBTQ+ rights throughout his life. His commitment to social causes, including his role in the fight for same-sex marriage in the UK, has defined much of his public persona. While McKellen has suffered personal losses, including the death of close friends, he remains an optimistic and active figure at 85 years old, still performing and speaking out for social justice. Ian Hughes was born on April 8, 1969, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. He played Irolas, a captain of Gondor, in The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. Though his role in the film was brief, Hughes added depth to the character of Gondor, contributing to the epic scope of the story. Growing up in Canada, Hughes developed a passion for acting in high school and pursued it further at a local drama school. His career has seen steady growth, with success in both television and film. However, Hughes has faced personal hardship, including the loss of his father at a young age, which left him with a deep sense of loss and responsibility. He was also involved in a lengthy legal battle over intellectual property rights, which caused significant financial strain. Hughes is now 55 years old and continues to work as an actor, director, and writer. Despite his struggles, he has found peace and balance in his personal life with a supportive partner and their 2 children, living quietly away from the limelight. Alistair Browning, born on February 8, 1954, played Damrod, a ranger of Ithilien, in both The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, 2002, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. Alistair's portrayal of the steadfast ranger added a sense of bravery and loyalty to the epic saga. His career, while primarily focused on theatre, spanned decades, and his extensive experience in acting provided him with the ability to bring a depth to his roles, no matter how small. Raised in Dunedin, Alistair's childhood was filled with a love for the arts, and he quickly developed a passion for acting. However, like many actors, Alistair's life was not without challenges. He faced personal difficulties, including the challenges of maintaining a work-life balance while pursuing his career in theatre. On June 2, 2019, at the age of 65, Alistair passed away after a battle with cancer. His death was a tragic loss to both his family and the acting community. Alistair's struggle with cancer was a private one, and his passing left many who worked with him on The Lord of the Rings heartbroken. Sarah McLeod was born on July 18, 1971 and is best known for her portrayal of Rosie Cotton, the warm and caring hobbit who marries Samwise Gamgee, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, 2001–2003. McLeod's role as Rosie added a touch of tenderness to the epic saga, representing the quiet joys of life in the Shire amidst the epic battles. McLeod had a relatively normal childhood but faced the pressures of being in the public eye as she pursued her acting career. After The Lord of the Rings, McLeod continued acting in television and film but gradually shifted her focus to other creative projects. McLeod was married once but later divorced, a painful chapter in her life that she has spoken about in interviews. She has a daughter from her marriage, and she maintains a strong relationship with her child, prioritizing family life. In recent years, McLeod has kept a low profile but remains an active figure in New Zealand's entertainment scene. At 53 years old, McLeod is living a quieter life, focusing on her personal growth and enjoying the simple pleasures that life offers. Lawrence Makare was born on March 20, 1968. He is best known for his portrayal of 2 menacing characters in The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003, the Witch King of Angmar, leader of the Nazgul, and Gothmog, the Orc commander. Makare's towering presence and fearsome performances made these roles unforgettable. Makare had a difficult childhood, experiencing hardships in a broken home. Despite these early struggles, he found solace in acting, beginning his career in theatre before moving on to film. In addition to his work in The Lord of the Rings, Makare also appeared in the Hobbit trilogy, solidifying his status as a key figure in New Zealand cinema. While much of his personal life is private, Makare has spoken about his deep connection to his heritage and the challenges of navigating a career in an industry that often overlooks Maori actors. He is married and has children, though he keeps details of his family life out of the public eye. In recent years, Makare's career has slowed, but he remains a respected figure in New Zealand's film industry. At 56, he continues to live in Auckland, where he focuses on both acting and his family life. Brett McKenzie was born on June 29, 1976. He is best known for his brief yet memorable role as the elf escort, later dubbed Figwit, in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, 2001, and The Return of the King, 2003. Although Figwit only appeared in a few scenes, his charming demeanor earned him a cult following, making McKenzie a fan favorite. Outside of acting, McKenzie is also a musician, best known as one half of the comedy duo Flight of the Conchords. McKenzie grew up in a creative household, and his passion for music and comedy began in his youth. While he is married to his longtime partner, McKenzie has maintained a relatively private family life. He and his wife have children, although their names and details about their family life are kept away from the spotlight. McKenzie's career has had its ups and downs, with periods of commercial success followed by quieter times. However, he remains an active performer, balancing his work as a musician with occasional acting roles. At 48, McKenzie continues to enjoy a successful career, with his work in both comedy and music earning him critical acclaim. David Aston, born in 1953, is best known for his role as Gondorian Soldier 3 in The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. While his role was small, Aston's rich background in theatre and film added considerable depth to the large ensemble cast. David's career spanned several decades, mostly in New Zealand's theatre scene, where he was well respected for his stage work. Born and raised in Auckland, David had a relatively humble childhood, and his early passion for acting led him to pursue drama, where he soon found his place in the acting world. Throughout his life, David faced personal struggles, particularly with relationships and the toll that a career in the arts can take on personal lives. He married twice, both unions experiencing the stress of long absences due to his work. Though he was a loving father, his relationships were often marked by the strain of his acting career. David was also a private person who dealt with the pressures of his public roles in silence. In his later years, David faced health challenges, and in 2019, he passed away at the age of 71 due to cancer. Who is your favorite character from The Lord of the Rings? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.